Yes, we've been talking for years, haven't we, about the state of the NHS and the crisis around the lack of workers. Well, one of the solutions being talked up to solve the problem is to create opportunities for people to volunteer to help their career prospects in the sector. Go for it. OK. Well, to join us now to talk a bit more about this, we're joined by Amerjit Chohan, the Chief Executive of Helpforce, a group which aims to increase volunteering in the NHS. And also we're joined by Bailey Thompson, someone who took part in a pilot scheme run by Helpforce and is now studying to become a midwife. Good morning to you both.
Thank you. Thank you. Delighted to be here.
We'll just start with you first then. This comes on the day when NHS managers are being encouraged to switch to areas perhaps that are failing, being encouraged because of a higher pay, and then in some situations chief executives being told, look, if you are failing, you're going to have money docked. Do you think then volunteers might be the key to solving this crisis that we're seeing and a level playing field?
Sure. Look, I think it can help. There is a huge vacancy in the NHS, 100,000 staff every year, shortfall, costs of £10 billion a year. So I think volunteering can help, and we've shown over the last few years that volunteering can make a difference to those hospitals, but also to people who want a career in the NHS.
And Bailey, you've gone through this process yourself?
Yeah, so I joined the Helpforce Volunteer to Career program at my local trust in October of 2023, and I completed about 150 to 200 hours of volunteering on the maternity unit. And then I went ahead and got a place and started studying midwifery at the University of Staffordshire.
Bailey, just give us an insight into what the volunteering was like, the most memorable feeling that you had after doing it.
I think the greatest feeling that I ever got was when a mom came up to me, just at a soft play and said, oh, you helped me when my daughter was on neonatal, and talked to me, about what that experience was like for you. So just getting to share that really special moment with people. I really enjoyed doing the Helpforce Volunteer to Career program. It wasn't just traditional volunteering in that I wasn't just going in and giving out cups of tea and helping to prepare rooms for patients. The Volunteer to Career program the Volunteer to Career program allowed us to have extra courses alongside it. So it was people coming in and teaching us how to do NHS interviews, teaching us how to have difficult conversations with people, giving us lessons on how to facilitate a natural birth, because I was emphasis on maternity. We even had members of the education surgical team come in and teach us how to give sutures on little plastic pieces of fake flesh. And it was really great because it wasn't just volunteering. It was really them encouraging us and helping push us towards this really exciting career that we had an interest in. And it was kind of a no risk way of getting to test the waters and say, is this really for me? And I didn't have to go through, 3 years of school to find out that I didn't actually want to do it. So it was a really amazing program.
Amerjit, the programme itself, how penetrated is it across the NHS at the moment? I mean, are we at the tip of the iceberg, and how far could it go? Could it make a big difference?
Well, we've worked with 48 NHS trusts over the last few years. Our aim is to increase it, supersise it. We envisage we can enable 23,000 people to enter the workforce through our programme, and 55% of those that volunteer end up working within the NHS, which is a remarkable figure.
Really is.
And just back to what Bailey was just saying there, that must be music to your ears. That's the key. That's what you want people to take away.
Yeah, and I think Bailey's story was an incredible story. She went through a very difficult birth, but she wanted to give back. And I think that's the important thing to take away from this, that volunteering not only gives you an opportunity to work within the NHS, but also an opportunity to give back to our amazing health service.
Obviously, earlier this week, a lot of headlines for the new immigration plans that came out, and in particular on social care, not hiring from abroad going forward. What is your view on that? I mean, is your programme an example of why making those steps on immigration actually sensible, or do you disagree with the kind of gist of it?
I think, we've got to remember that our NHS is a diverse workforce, and it reflects our diverse community. So I think, we should always remember that. I think from our perspective, we can make a difference. We want to enable local people to work with our local hospitals, and volunteer to career is a great way to do that.
Bailey, just finally, we've only got about 30 seconds left. Would you recommend others to follow your lead?
Absolutely. It's a great way to put your foot through the door in the NHS, to get some experience and to really see what career is the right fit for you. So I would absolutely recommend looking for your local trust, finding out if, Helpforce Volunteer to Career exists, and signing up if you want to.
Bailey, Amerjit, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Let's have a quick look at the weather before we leave you.